Hey, in a Fox exclusive, House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes is blasting the Department of Justice and the FBI for its, quote, failure to fully produce documents related to an anti-Trump dossier. Come on in, Congressman Louie Gohmert, a Republican from Texas and a member of the House Judiciary Committee. What's your reaction to that? The FBI and the Department of Justice need to sort of find a way to police and investigate the FBI and the Department of Justice.
Yeah, and that's why so many of us, I've been asking for a second special counsel since May, June area. I asked the president back in June, you know, you really need to appoint a second counsel. He said, could I do that? I said, absolutely. The AG gets his power from you directly. You have the power. But they're not going to be able to adequately investigate themselves. They need an outside source. And Jeff Sessions is in a tough situation because since he's recused, it's tough for him to step in and say, here's what you're going to do about this, that, and the other, because he's recused. But hopefully he is going to say, I'm recused on the subject matter, but I will tell you this. You either get Congress the documents or I'm going to get somebody else in your position. He has got to do that, and I think he can effectively. But I can tell you also personally, Charles, I've begged for 8 years the last administration to give Congress, and we made the formal request, give us the documents that you gave to the terrorists, convicted terrorists in the Holy Land Foundation trial. We couldn't get them. Holder would say, well, there may be some confidentiality, some classified. When you gave them to the terrorists, I think you can give them to Congress. And now Sessions is making sure I get those documents.
Well, what do you make of that? Speaking of the last 8 years and even the struggles that you're having right now as a congressman, the notion that, you know, we have a Constitution and the Founding Fathers had the wisdom to set up a power sharing structure, and it feels like I hate to say it, that Congress has become almost irrelevant. Now, the last administration...
We let that happen,
You let it happen. They wore the disdain for your authority on their sleeves, hearing after hearing. It was so dismissive, their answers. And their smugness. And it's even carried over to right now where there's a struggle to get the information that the American people want so that we can get to justice and the bottom line of some of this.
A friend from Louisiana, congressman, told me that he was talking a couple of years ago with one of the people with the Corps of Engineers. They do an outstanding job, but we have not been legislating specifically. Our fear of having things called an earmark has caused us probably the worst 8 years in our history to do this. Here, administration, here's all your sacks of cash. You decide where it goes. My gosh, the Corps of Engineers guy said, well, we don't care what you think because you don't really affect us. We just say, here's a CR, we'll keep sending money, and the administration will do what they want.
That's got to change.
It's got to change now.
Congressman, stay right there.